Hi guys. I'm coming out of a pretty intense meditation download session and I have some keys for you guys. For whomever's seeing this, I'm truly trusting that this video is going to find exactly who it needs to find. I might need my journal for this because I was just writing it all down. Before I get too deep into because this is going to be pretty channeled. Before I get too deep into that, I'm Izzy. I go by 8th House Mercury here and Astremia on my other account where I do evolutionary astrology. Yes, that is, astrology is one of my favorite pattern recognition systems. And the best way you guys can support me is subscribing to my newsletter. It's where I write and talk about all these astrological transits, how they're impacting you. It's a little guide point for the week ahead. I send out an email every Monday. And the last thing I want to mention is it is Friday the 13th. And for Friday the 13th, I'm doing 13% off of all of my Oracle readings. So that's my divine channeled messages, thread of 3, and tiny Oracle. So those are linked in my bio. I'll put the discount code. It's 13 moons. Okay. Let me look at my journal. Okay, so I even feel like my voice is different. I feel a little bit more open but grounded, and one of the most important things that Source is bringing to our attention, this message is they want me to get a little bit more clear about who this is for. Please flex your discernment muscle, but this message is for people who have been undergoing upgrades, DNA upgrades specifically, where you are noticing like a vast difference in how you express yourself and how you embody your body, how I heard like how your spirit drives your flesh suit, but also like it's like these upgrades have been kicking up, like it's almost like rust on the like DNA helix. I'm seeing like parts that have been rusted, so things you may have been purging, you may have been sick, nausea, headaches, for some people like actually like getting sick, like you're just a little bit more open. What other signs? I'm seeing like a red truck. Interesting, like an older one, like an old Chevy. That's very specific for somebody. I'm seeing like a pocket watch too. A like ID badge. And then dandelions and roses, tulips, daffodils, spring. Okay. Yeah, so wait, there's a few more grapes. The grape lemonade sedan grapes. Interesting. Okay. 333 on the clock here. And these upgrades, Spirit really wants me to reveal like what's been going on, because there's a lot of people coming to the awareness that if you guys didn't know this, now you're gonna know it. Essentially that our devices and Bluetooth basically taps into our energetic field, and that's why you get ads all the time on your phone for things you haven't spoken about. This technology has been out there for a long time, and I feel like there's a lot of, you've been getting a lot of downloads, and there's this sort of like because this was something I was thinking about. I was like, Spirit, like how do I, keep these sacred downloads that are coming through for me, and something I'm going to be revealing to the world eventually, and like articulating eventually, how do I protect that from being taken advantage of and that information being harvested? Ultimately, I know this sounds kind of out of the box, but I know this is landing for the right people. And Spirit, it was a very wild where they took me, and the best way I can describe these DNA upgrades are actually encrypted for you. It's 11:11 on the clock. Encryption means there's a special code that it can only match with you and can only be unlocked by you. And then what else did I write? Yeah, presently are encrypted, protected, so government cannot take advantage of the downloads. There's this, what they also showed me was like, as the upgrades come through, as you settle into these changes that are happening within you, there is a natural, like, it is a very natural protective field around like your biosphere. Like it really is your toroidal field. Like it really is this like protective energy. And I saw it almost like it looked like carbon was the material that was showing, and it was like flipping into place and like knowing when to open your energy to receive things in. But again, it's coming through in like encrypted data that can only be read by you and your specific blueprint. Okay, and that's like, they really want you to understand that, because there's a lot that's coming in for very specific individuals. And I feel it is, oh yeah, that was, thank you, Spirit. Because I was like, there's fear that comes up with this, right? And that's what Spirit's really encouraging you to look at when fear comes up, of like, oh no, like what if this information gets out? What if somebody takes advantage of it? What if it gets in the wrong hands? And that's the fear stories that come up. Open your field. Okay, so this is really like, it's energetic warfare at a whole different level. And there's this sort of feeling of like, when you stay in the frequency of love, like nothing can happen to you. And so it's really like noticing the things that shift your frequency, where when the fear comes in, not letting it take you, but like grounding. I'm literally seeing like feet on the earth outside and like releasing it, being like, this is not mine, and releasing it. And also for people that really need like a tangible representation of this, which is totally fine, there's purposes for tools that we have physically, so like black tourmaline, shungite, obsidian, those kinds of stones that like block frequency. Little side story, I have a obsidian pyramid in my car. I never get caught. Never. So do what you will with that information. What else? Spirit wants me to affirm the sort of meetings that you've been having in the astral, and the information that's been coming through in the astral is real. There were some people that were really skeptical about that, and I'm literally seeing like your spirit like astral projecting into the cosmos to connect to different frequencies. You're no longer afraid of the darkness. And a lot of this is deep feminine codes that are coming through for a lot of people. Like a deep awareness of the suppressed feminine, especially. And it makes sense that this information is coming out on Friday the 13th, which is all about intuition, the divine feminine. These codes that unlock things, like literally even our Gregorian calendar that we follow is not, it's not real. I'm hosting an event on Ostara, Spring Equinox. There's limited spots if you're interested. It's really honoring the actual start of the new year. Also, Mercury goes direct. Also, it's right after a new moon. There's a lot happening, and I want to kind of create a container for all of us to move into this new energy in a grounded, rooted space. So if you're interested, definitely sign up. That was coming to mind with just the sort of cycles that we're going through. And you are protected ultimately, and that's what I feel Spirit's really been trying to press here with this channel, with this download, is like, again, I see like downloads coming through, but there's like an energetic like carbon fiber like protective field around the downloads that are like, it's protected, and then it meets your energetic field. And it's why things have been coming through in such like symbolic ways that only could make sense to you. And then you'll talk to people who have similar things, like when you've built that bridge of trust with another person and you share it, you guys are able to like bring in codes for each other when that trusted field's open. I've had such a beautiful opportunity connecting to clients that are also in this space. So for some of you, you might want to connect with me. My coaching spots are open, coaching, mentorship, talking. But I'm going to leave this here. Again, my readings are on sale for the Friday the